All right, looking at these photos between these two these two plates. So the LB culture did grow less colonies compared to the LB amp culture on the LB amp plates. So this did not support our hypothesis whatsoever. We did expect the LB culture to grow more colonies than the LB amp culture. Um, so I do think the reason why this happened is because we didn't really do it aseptically. We did leave the caps on the tables instead of holding it slightly while we were spreading it out. Now looking at the second set of plates, the LB culture and the LB amp culture on the LB plates. So we did predict that the LB culture will grow more colonies than the LB amp culture on these LB plates. So this did in fact support our hypothesis, but then again, we did not do this aseptically because we did put the caps on the table. Now looking at the rest of these plates, as you can see, the individual plates is let them get a little bit closer. Now it could be another issue where that these plates did stay in the incubator a little bit longer than they should have. Now looking at our results, we did do our results. Give me just a second. So looking at our results, LB culture in comparison A, LB cultures on LB plate, we observed 134. LB cultures on M plate, we observed 36, but we expected 67, so we were very far off. And our chi-squared, the total would be 14.343 to A4. In comparison B, LB with amp cultures on LB plate was 103. We observed LB with amp cultures on amp plate. We observed 44, but we expected 51.5, which that was close. It wasn't that far off. And our total chi-squared was 1.092233. For comparison C, LB cultures on LB plate, we observed 134. Expected was 67. LB with amp cultures on LB plate, we observed 103, and we expected 51.5. And our total for our chi-squared was 118.5. So we were pretty far off. I mean, I would say some of our predictions did follow, but they didn't really match that well.
Interpretation of prediction 1 based on our results was that we got the opposite of what we expected. We predicted that there would be an even number of LB colonies on both plates, but it turned out that there was an offset number on each plate, simply meaning that the plates were not even. The interpretation of prediction 2 based on our results was that we were correct. There were more LB with amp cultures grown on the amp plate in comparison to the LB plate. The interpretation of prediction 3 based on our results was that we were correct again. There were more LB cultures grown on the LB plate in comparison to the LB with amp culture plate. Overall, we learned that resistance is the trait that can be selected for and can also overpower its counterpart when colonized together in equal parts. As the next step, we will test this theory again by using a medicine other than antibiotics and seeing how it reacts to those that are sensitive and resistant to it.